Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, it will be very difficult to see how they are able to bring Abba Kyari back after all this, but then of course in Nigeria anything and everything is possible. Guys, I bring you this. Governor Seyi Makinde contracted CV from known people in Abuja, Oyo State Chief Press Secretary. So that's the headline we're contending with. So we already know who the known people are in Abuja. There's only one person spreading the global situation within CV. Let's just call it CV because really for reasons of YouTube, there's only one person spreading CV within the Aso Rock quarters, and that person of course is Abba Kyari. So again, the headline: Governor Seyi Makinde contracted CV from known people in Abuja, and this is a release coming from the Oyo State Chief Press Secretary. So now let's now see what is coming out of Oyo State. The Chief Press Secretary to Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, Mr. Taiwo Adisa, has explained that his boss contracted CV from known people in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Makinde tested positive on Monday for the global situation, and the NCDC has confirmed that over 135 people have been infected with the virus. Adisa, who spoke on Silverbird television on Tuesday morning, said there was no need to use the issue of the global situation in the state as a political tool. Adisa said the People's Democratic Party PDP's rally on March the 18th should not be politicized, as at the time of the rally there was no known incident of the virus in the state, and the governor didn't show any symptoms of the virus. The issue of the March 18 PDP Southwest Zonal Unification Rally doesn't come into play because there was no known incident of the virus in Oyo State, and the governor didn't also show any symptoms as at the time. The governor went back to Abuja the following day and they held a series of meetings. The governor had contact with people that are known, so we should not politicize an issue like this, he stressed. Meanwhile, former governor of the state, Otunba Adebayo Alao Akala, has prayed for the quick recovery of the governor and other victims. I am saddened to receive the news of the infection of Governor Seyi Makinde with CV. Jehovah Rapha, the Lord of our healers, Exodus 15:26 will heal you. I pray to the Almighty to heal you and protect your family as you go through this self-isolation and proper treatment. Similarly, I pray for the protection of all citizens of the state from the scourge going on at the moment. There is no established cure for the present global situation yet, but it is not a death sentence as it can be managed. Therefore, I urge my fellow people to obey the government and work collectively to stop the spread by constantly washing our hands and observing high standards of hygiene, avoiding social gatherings and events, and stay at home. So this is effectively what these guys' political rivals are saying, but really the real message, of course, the real undertone is quite interesting actually, that the press person for your state is saying not to politicize this, and then immediately pointing in the direction of Abuja, i.e. by way of Abuja, Aso Rock, and by way of Aso Rock, of course, Abba Kyari. So effectively this guy is saying, look, it is Abba Kyari that infected this guy, because this guy had this rally and was not demonstrating any of the symptoms until he went to Abuja to hold this series of meetings, including meeting with Abba Kyari, and abracadabra, he has suddenly developed it. So this is effectively what this spokesperson for your state is saying, but of course he's then underpinning that with the tone of not to politicize it. As always, of course, with politicians, is double talk and double dodge. Come share thoughts. Seyi Makinde is pointing in the direction of Abba Kyari as having infected him. And I will be surprised if this Abba Kyari can continue to maintain his position after what has just happened, because this guy came back from a visit to Germany and Egypt, and he did not observe the government protocols to have the yourself checked at the airport before you proceed into the country, even though he had actually sent a letter to the House of Representatives highlighting this to the Speaker, Femi Gbadagbamila, that his members were not observing this. But then he, of course, then came back into the country after he had sent that letter to Gbadagbamila, and he then, of course, did not observe this the exact same protocol that he was complaining to the Speaker of the House of Representatives about. So this is this above the law attitude that this guy has a reputation for. So this above the law attitude now has now led to the point that he has now infected the seat of power within the Nigerian state with the global situation. Conversations in the comment section. Karma is a BITCH, as they say. So this is now karma now playing out now with this guy running roughshod over the Nigerian people and lording it over everybody. But then, of course, he could not lord it over CV. Come share thoughts. What is your reading of the undertone of this comment coming out of Oyo State? Come tell me all about it. Click on the red subscribe button first, though, so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come into the comment section to have a conversation about all this. Abba Kyari, Seyi Makinde, and this political brickbat that is going back and forth. Let's discuss all that in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here, I say, peace.